Now for our story. Aunt Mary Lane was driving back to Wakefield from Huntsville. A few minutes earlier, she had left the courtroom where Bill Meade and his former wife, Kit Calvert, were struggling over custody of the baby boy everyone believed to be their son. It was a chance remark from Lily Devon which had sent Aunt Mary hurrying away from that tense scene, a casual comment the young entertainer had made concerning Lisa Fenner. Now, as she guides the little pickup truck toward home, Aunt Mary is thinking,
if I'd only known sooner about Lisa's meeting Kit in California before Kit came back to Wakefield with the baby. Oh, but perhaps I'm wrong. It's almost impossible to believe that Kit would. And yet I felt all along there was some connection, something which linked Lisa to Wakefield somehow. Could this possibly be that link? A baby? Lisa's despair, her hopelessness when we first knew her. Things she said that day of the accident at the bridge when Randy saved her. Randy said she acted as if she wished he hadn't reached her in time. And later she said, I was responsible for a life, and I failed. Was it because of the baby? If Lisa knew Kit in California, could that child possibly be Lisa's? Lisa never did explain what she was doing in Wakefield. I was responsible for a life, and I failed. I remember wondering at the time what Lisa meant by that. That day I saw the nurse, Miss Thorndike, with the baby. There was something familiar about the child. The baby's eyes. They reminded me of Lisa somehow. That child, Lisa. Are they really so alike, or is it my imagination? And yet, so many little things. When Dell was here, I had the feeling she was keeping something back. Perhaps Lisa talked to Dell. But wouldn't Dell have told me, knowing how concerned I was? Knowing how this whole thing affects Peggy, too? If Dell knows something, she must have reason for keeping it to herself. I've got to get in touch with her. Talk to her. Find out.
Hello?
Hello, Dale. This is Mary.
Oh, how are you, Mary?
Listen, Dale. Lily said something today which started me thinking. I may be wrong, but I believe I have the key to this whole situation now. And I have a feeling you can tell me whether I'm right about it.
Well, maybe I can, Mary. I don't know.
Dale, did you know that Lisa had met Kit Meade when Kit was in California?
Well, yes, Mary, I knew that.
But you never mentioned it to me.
No. You see...
Oh, it's all right, Dale. You must have had your reasons. But it's a pity. If I'd known before... But in any case, there's no time now to think back.
Well, tell me what's on your mind, Mary. Perhaps I can be of some help.
Well, today, when Lily happened to mention that Lisa and Kit had known each other before, all of a sudden I saw the whole picture. I understood a lot of things that have been bothering me for a long time. Maybe I better tell you the way it looks to me.
I wish you would. If you only knew how that situation's been bothering me.
You see, Dell, I never did understand what had brought Lisa here to Wakefield. She was quite ill when she was staying with us, and I didn't want to press her too much. And yet I felt there must be a reason, something to do with her being so unhappy and upset.
Yeah.
And then, well, a lot of little things occurred to me, but it all seemed so fantastic and so hard to believe. I told myself I must be wrong. Things Lisa let slip several times about having been responsible for a life, and I wondered about them. Yet they didn't quite make sense. Now they do, Dell. I believe there's been a dreadful, a terrible injustice done, and it's got to be put right. I only hope you can help me.
So do I, Mary, with all my heart.
Dell, I believe this child, the child Bill thinks is his child and Kit's, is Lisa's son.
Well, Mary...
Dell, I have the feeling you know whether I'm right or not. Lisa must have talked to you all the time she's been up there in Chicago, working for you. And when you were down here, well, frankly, I did have the feeling you weren't telling all you knew about it.
Well, Mary, I have to admit you're right about me holding something back. But you see, Mary, I'd given my promise.
Then Lisa did talk to you? Is that it, Dale?
Yes. Lisa told me her story. It shocked me, too. Oh, I wanted to tell you about it, but Lisa made me give my word I'd say nothing. Not a thing about it to anyone. It's been driving me nearly crazy, Mary. Now that you've guessed it on your own, it's different. I've been begging Lisa to make a clean breast of it herself before it was too late.
And she refused? Even after admitting the truth that the baby is hers?
Yes, Mary. I haven't been able to do a thing with her.
Oh, Dale.
She refuses to do anything about it. She admits the baby is hers, that Kit talked her into giving him up. But you see, Lisa thinks it's her fault Kit lost her own baby.
Oh, so that's what happened. That explains.
Sure. Kit lost her own child and took Lisa's instead. After selling her the idea, she had a moral obligation. A guilt about Kit's losing her own baby.
I see.
Then, there's a lot more to it. Mary, I'm just giving you the highlights. Well, anyway, this Paul Cromwell was mixed up in it somehow.
Paul Cromwell? Yes, that ties in.
Apparently, he and Kit were in cahoots in getting Lisa to give up the baby. But Kit cut his throat, too, so he told Lisa what the score was. How Kit had tricked her. That was when Lisa went hot putting it down to Wakefield. She'd made up her mind to take the baby back.
And I suppose Kit managed to talk her out of it somehow.
Yeah. Oh, Lord knows how, but Kit's a lot stronger than Lisa, a lot smarter. And she played up this guilt thing, kept telling Lisa she had no right to claim her baby after giving him up.
Oh, that must have been when Randy saw her that day, after she left Kit. No wonder she didn't care very much about what happened to her.
Yeah, she was awfully broken up, I know. But now she's made up her mind to forget the whole thing.
Forget it? But Dale...
I know. I keep telling her it isn't possible. But now that Lance has come back and wants to start all over again, she...
What do you mean she's reconciled with her husband and still she hasn't told him the truth, that he has a son?
Oh, that's right.
Oh, dear. But she must, Dale. Lisa can't hope to build any sort of life for herself and her husband if it's based on a lie. And there's the baby's welfare to be thought of. His own mother and father.
Oh, I know, Mary. It's awful. And don't think I haven't been in a stew about it for weeks. I've talked myself blue in the face, but I can't budge her.
But what does Lisa say? How can she justify herself for not setting things straight?
Oh, she keeps saying she has a right to happiness now. She's suffered enough. It's Kit's responsibility.
But aside from everything else, doesn't she realize what she's doing to Bill Meade? He's going through torture fighting for that baby, Dale. He believes it's his.
I know it, but... Oh, and now she's told me she's leaving the Peacock. She and Lance are going on to New York. You see, Mary, she's afraid to tell Lance she gave up their baby son. She's convinced he'll never forgive her.
But even if she's right, surely if he loves her, he'll forgive her. Oh, but even so, it's something she must do. She has to.
Well, I can't do anything with her, Mary. I've done my level best, and she's leaving for New York tomorrow.
Dale, I'm coming up to Chicago.
Well, it's only fair to tell you not to count on anything. Her mind's made up, Mary.
So is mine, Dale. I have to try. A train leaves here in about an hour. I'm going to take it.
If Aunt Mary is successful in persuading Lisa Fenner to assume responsibility for what she has done, the baby boy Bill Meade believes to be his own could be restored to its rightful parents. The obstacle between Bill and Peggy would be removed, and Kit's deception would be exposed. But I wonder if Lisa will be willing to give up her own opportunity for happiness. Now for our story. This afternoon in Chicago, Lisa Fenner walks restlessly about the apartment she shared with Lily DeBon before the blonde young entertainer went to Wakefield. With her dark hair piled high on her head, Lisa is looking beautiful in a trailing yellow housecoat. Now she hears a knock, crosses to the door eagerly.
Hello, darling.
Hello, Lance.
Oh, baby.
Lance.
You're so beautiful, darling. Oh, you ought to be used to it by now, but I guess I'm not. That yellow housecoat you're wearing.
Do you like it?
Terrific.
I thought of you when I bought it.
Love you in yellow, with your hair dark. You look like a butterfly, I guess.
Oh, Lance.
I guess I do sound like a dope, don't I?
No, you don't, Lance. I love it. But I can't get used to it. You never used to talk like this, even when we were first married.
Well, maybe that was the trouble. I took you too much for granted, but I know better now. All that time we were separated gave me a chance to find out what I'd missed. From now on, I'm going to keep telling you over and over how much I love you. And I'm going to do whatever you want to do.
Oh, Lance, sometimes I feel as if I'm dreaming all this. After being lonely so long, unhappy. And now it seems too good to be true. Perhaps it is.
It's not, though. You'll see. Just as soon as we get started, you'll find out I really mean what I say. I'm going to make you happier than you've ever been before.
If only there weren't so many things to forget. It frightens me. Maybe it isn't possible.
Nonsense. There are only two people in the world that matter, darling. You and me.
But maybe that's being selfish. Just thinking of ourselves, Lance.
Don't lovers always think of themselves, darling? Oh, I don't mean we shouldn't be decent, honorable, try to help people. But as long as we're not hurting anyone.
But supposing we were.
What are you talking about, sweetheart? How could we possibly hurt anyone? Just by being happy together?
We might. Lance, if our being together did hurt someone.
There goes my little warrior. I'm going to have to teach you how to be happy again. I can see that. Sometimes you act like you're afraid to be happy.
Perhaps I am.
Well, you mustn't be. Come on now, darling. Let's plan our honeymoon. That's what it's going to be, you know. A second honeymoon. Have you decided where you want to go?
Yes, I have, Lance. I told you. I want to go to New York.
I know you said that, but Lisa, for a honeymoon, or did you mean...
I mean permanently, Lance. I don't want to come back ever.
But, sweetheart, our engagement's all set here in Chicago. We're supposed to sign the contracts tomorrow, and then you know how hard it is to find places to live, and Lily said we could stay on here in her apartment indefinitely.
I know all that, Lance, but just the same, I want to go away. I already told Dad we were leaving. I can't wait to get away.
Well, of course, Lisa, if that's what you want to do. But it does seem rather, well, do you think it's smart, considering everything?
It may not be smart, and I'm sorry. But that's the way I feel, just the same. I want to go away.
All right, sweetheart. I'm not trying to disagree with you. Didn't I just say you were going to do anything you liked?
I hate to seem unreasonable, but I can't help it, Lance. It's terribly important to me.
All right, sweetheart. New York it is.
Then you don't mind?
Of course not. That's what you want, darling. After all, it doesn't make much difference where we are. We'll be all right. Just so long as we're together again.
But as Lance Fenner looked into his young wife's face, wondering why she appeared to be so troubled, so insistent about leaving, he had no idea of the cloud which hung over them both. The fact that Lisa had given their baby son to another woman. The fact that at this minute in Wakefield, Aunt Mary Lane is preparing to come and see Lisa, try to persuade her to confess what she has done. Even now, in her bedroom at the little farmhouse on Willow Road, Aunt Mary is packing to leave while she talks to her son, Randy.
Far be it from me to be unduly curious, Mom, but I don't get this sudden impulse of yours to go tearing off to Chicago.
Well, I'm sorry, Randy. I wish I could explain. But in the first place, there isn't time. And besides...
It's none of my business, is that it?
Well, no, I don't mean that, dear, but...
Oh, never mind, Mrs. Lane. I guess I can take a hint. If I'm hit over the head with it.
You know if there were anything you could do to help, you'd be the first person I'd turn to. But this time, there's just nothing you could do, except to keep things going here at the farm.
Well, you can just bet I'll do that, all right. By the way, any special instructions? You're the captain of the ship, you know. I'm here to take orders.
Well, now, let's see. There's plenty of food in the icebox for supper. Peggy'll know what to do. Tell her she might make a cake for dessert.
Oh, boy.
And Randy, you might help her as much as possible. I know she'll be tired. Well, the trial's been quite a strain on her.
Gee, come to think of it, how's Peggy getting back from Huntsville? You came back in a truck, didn't you?
Yes, Peggy and Lily stayed on. Well, Lily managed to rent a car in town from Mr. Peterson. She's using that to run around in. So I asked her to bring Peggy home. Why don't you ask her to stay to dinner?
Oh, that's a good idea. I will. She can help Peggy, too.
It might be a good idea for her to stay overnight if she can arrange it. You see, when that lawyer of the Calverts, Farnsworth, brought Peggy into the case, well, I didn't have time to tell you before, Randy, but he made such ugly insinuations.
Oh, poor little kid. Maybe I shouldn't have encouraged her to go over.
No, that was all right, Randy. I think Peggy would have felt worse if she hadn't.
Yeah, maybe. I think she wanted Bill to know she was pulling for him.
She did. Oh, Randy, hand me that bag from the dresser, will you, please?
Mm-hmm. Sure thing, Mom. This one?
Yes, that's right. And would you mind bringing my toothbrush?
Yeah, right on, Mom. Hey, anything else I can do now?
No, I think I have everything.
Okay. Well, say, by the way, Mom, does Peggy know why you're leaving? Hadn't I better explain something to her, or so she won't worry?
Oh, yes, just tell Lefty and Peggy both that I had to go away unexpectedly. And I'll explain when I get back.
When will you be back, Mom?
Tomorrow, I expect. If anything unforeseen comes up, I'll phone you.
Okay. Now, don't you get yourself all tired out running around up there. I know darn well whatever you're up to has to do with somebody's being in trouble. But I don't want you to make yourself sick on account of it.
I won't, Randy, dear. But I won't rest easy. And couldn't unless I tried to get this whole thing... Well, unless I did what I could. But don't you worry about me. I'll be quite all right.
I'll see that you are, Mrs. Lane. After all, you're the nicest mother I ever had.
Oh, Randy. Now, then, let me see. What have I forgotten? Nothing, I guess.
Well, suppose you get into your hat and coat then while I close up the suitcase. Only got a few minutes to spare. It'll take us about 20 minutes to get to the station.
All right, Randy, I'll hurry.
And if anything goes wrong, you be sure to phone, won't you, Mom? I'll take the very next train up.
Well, that's very nice of you, dear, but I won't need any help. If I can't do anything by myself, I'm afraid there's nothing to be done. But it's got to work out. It simply must.
Well, Mom, if you've got your heart set on something, I'm willing to bet it'll come out the way you want it to. But just the same, I can't imagine what on earth it can be that sends you dashing off like this. What's anything down here got to do with Chicago?
I know you're puzzled, dear, and I wish I could give you an answer. But at present, all I can tell you is that Chicago may have everything to do with it. May make all the difference in what happens to someone who is very dear to both of us. And, Randy, I'd like to leave a message for Lily when she gets here.
Oh, Mom, what is it?
Just tell Lily I said thanks.
Is that all? Just thanks?
Yes. I'm not sure she'll know what I mean, but perhaps she'll understand after tomorrow.
Aunt Mary was referring to the fact that it was Lily who had provided the final clue, the link which bound Lisa Fenner to Wakefield, because of the baby son she had relinquished to Kit Calvert and now refused to claim. Lisa's premonition today had been only too true when she begged her husband to take her away from Chicago, fearing that something might destroy their newly recovered happiness. For now, Aunt Mary is on her way to Chicago to see Lisa. But will Aunt Mary be able to persuade the young dancer to do what she should do? Now for our story. Today, Peggy Douglas and Lily Devon, the lovely blonde entertainer with whom Peggy once roomed while she was in Chicago, are returning to Wakefield from Huntsville, where they spent a wearing session in Judge Willoughby's courtroom listening to Bill Meade's suit for custody of his baby son. Now, as the two girls drive through the peaceful countryside, they are thinking of the afternoon stormy event.
Yeah, it's nice to smell some fresh air for a change.
It certainly is. That courtroom was awfully stuffy.
Yeah. But with the heat and getting madder and madder to Calvert's lawyer, I thought I'd bust if we didn't get out of there pretty soon.
I don't like that Mr. Farnsworth. Seems so tricky.
That's an understatement. He's a real slippery character. I don't blame Bill for taking a poke at him this morning. A couple of times I felt like punching him myself.
Oh, Lily, it doesn't do any good to feel that way. I only hope it didn't do Bill's case any harm.
Yeah, I wish I'd been there. Bill knocked him right down, didn't he?
Yeah.
It says Farnsworth right. You had no business dragging your name into it in the first place.
No, but anything could win a point, whether it's fair and ethical or not.
Oh, sure. What do they care whose toes they're stepping on? That is, unless it's their own client. You know how he handled Kit, though. You'd have thought she was made of glass or something. He was all white kid gloves with her.
Yeah. And the trouble is, Lily, if you didn't know Kit, you'd really feel sorry for her. She looked so pale and helpless.
Yeah. But I wonder if anyone would really be taken in by that act of hers.
I only hope not. I mean, it just wouldn't be fair if she got custody of the baby when she doesn't really care a thing about him. It means so much to Bill.
You might as well get used to the idea, though. Looks to me as if Bill's lost the case for sure.
It does look bad, Lily. I could tell Aunt Mary was worried, too.
Yeah. I wonder where she went dashing off to. You any idea?
No. No, I really haven't. I've been wondering about it.
Well, she certainly had some bee in her bonnet. And I have a hunch it had something to do with the trial.
I suppose so. But still, what could it be?
You can search me. Anyway, she'll probably tell you all about it when you get home.
I was so grateful for Aunt Mary today when Farnsworth was making all those insinuations about me. I could feel my face getting fiery red. It seemed as if everybody in the whole room was staring at me. But Aunt Mary just took my hand, held it, and I felt safe again.
Did she say anything about it afterwards?
Well, you know how Aunt Mary is. She always stays calm. She said not to bother about the people who believed what Farnsworth said, but the people who really matter would know better anyway.
Yeah, she's right about that, honey.
Oh, yes, I guess so. Just the same, I'm glad Nicholas wasn't there today.
He's probably been pretty sore. He's bound to hear about it, isn't he? They'll probably give it a lot of space in the newspaper. You know how people talk about things like that.
Yes, I do know. But fortunately, Nicholas isn't much of a hand for listening to gossip. At least not if it's malicious. He's really a very kind person, you know.
Oh, I'm sure he is. Kind and sensitive, too, I think.
That's one of the things I like most about him, Lily.
Peggy, doesn't it ever worry you? I mean, the possibility that you might hurt Nicholas by marrying him?
Hurt him?
Well, sure. If you know you're not in love with him, it's practically a cinch to be hurt.
But we've talked the whole thing over, Lily. Nicholas knows just how I feel about him.
Well, it doesn't make any difference knowing.
Besides, it isn't as if I went awfully fond of him. I want him to be happy. Really, I do. And I'm going to make him happy.
Well, that's not the point. I realize you wouldn't want to hurt him. It's just, well, I don't think you could help it whether you tried to or not. A guy sensitive like Nicholas, he's bound to feel something lacking. You ought to know that, Peggy.
I'm not sure I agree with you, Lily.
Oh, now, look, don't get your nose out of joint. We're good enough friends to talk things over frankly, aren't we?
Yes, of course we are, Lily. But somehow I don't think you understand about Nicholas and me.
Oh, I know this much. If Bill loses this suit, then he won't have custody of his child. Kid'll have the baby. Which means there'd be nothing to stand between you and Bill.
Nothing, except the past.
But you surely don't think that would be such a big thing to get over.
Yes, I do, Lily. Besides, just because Bill wouldn't have custody of his baby doesn't mean he wouldn't be thinking about it, worrying about it. It would certainly affect him.
Well, sure, but... Well, in other words, you're saying that since it's too late for you to be the only woman in Bill's life, the only thing that's important to him, you just won't be in his life at all. Is that the idea?
Well, the way you make it sound...
That's what it amounts to, isn't it?
No, it isn't that simple.
Well, I'm just a dumb bunny, I guess. All I can feel is that you two guys love each other. And it seems to me that's the most important thing.
Does it, Lily? You've changed quite a lot, then.
What do you mean?
Well, when we were rooming together in Chicago and we used to talk things over, you seemed to have a very different attitude.
Well, I don't get you. What was different?
Well, I mean, you had a much more practical outlook on life in those days. Sure, you must remember.
I'm sure I do.
You used to say you'd like to marry some middle-aged man who was fairly intelligent and had a lot of money. You said the most important thing was security, not having to worry about where your next meal was coming from. But love was just a headache. And
Did I say that?
yes. Have you changed?
I'm not sure. I see what you mean. I have been kind of getting off the track. Thanks, Peggy. Thanks for reminding me. Oh, sugar. Here we are, back at the Lane Ranch.
It was nice of you to bring me home, Lily. Are you kidding?
coming in, aren't you? No, I think I'd better be on my way. Got a lot of work to do this evening. Oh, here's Randy. Come on over, Randy. I need help.
Oh, what seems to be the trouble? Hi, Lily.
Hi. Randy, I'm trying to persuade Lily to come in and stay for supper.
And she's giving you some opposition?
Mm-hmm. Maybe you can talk her into it.
Why, sure. Hey, look, Lily, Mom and I had it all worked out. You're scheduled to stay and help Peggy get supper ready.
Oh, isn't Aunt Mary at home?
No, I put her on the plane to Chicago about an hour ago.
Chicago? You mean stuff like that? But Randy...
Well, she said if we wanted to get in touch with her, we could reach her through Dell.
Oh, why did you have to go all that way just to talk to Dell? You could have phoned just as well. Yeah.
Well, maybe she didn't go just to see Dell. I don't know, Peggy. She said she'd be back tomorrow.
Well, of all the things, peculiar.
Well, Lily, you are going to stay, aren't you? Mom told me to be sure and ask you to.
Okay. If you're twisting my arm, I will.
Oh, fine. Here, allow me.
Fine, thanks. Gee, I haven't had so much service since the time I sprained my ankle. I'm going on in, Lily. Okay, Peggy. I'll be in to help you in a minute.
Oh, by the way, Lily, Mom left a message for you.
She did?
Yeah. She told me to say thanks.
Thanks?
Mm-hmm.
Wonder what you meant by that.
Well, I figured you'd know. Something you did for her lately?
Oh, no, I don't remember anything particular.
Oh, well, we'll find out when she gets home. Or maybe she just thinks you're a lucky gal to have around the house.
I doubt that, Randy. I never brought luck to anyone. Believe me. Never in my whole life.
But perhaps you're wrong, Lily. You made a chance remark today to Aunt Mary. You told her Lisa Fenner had known Kit Meade in California before the birth of Kit's baby. And that provided the missing clue for which Aunt Mary had been searching. Aunt Mary realized then that the baby for whose custody Bill Meade is suing is not his child, but Lisa's. And at this same moment, she is on her way to Chicago to persuade Lisa to claim her baby son. So perhaps, Lily, you have brought luck to someone after all.